What's up, man? Hope you have a blessed one. Back with another one right here. We got 2 + 2 = 4. Chicago man kills local rapper and posts his chain 2 hours later. Update. If y'all want to check out part 1 of this video, y'all go to my YouTube page at Ayo Chicho. It should be the same as my kick and my Twitch. It's up there at the top. But let's go ahead and get into this one right here, man.
Wins when the family feels.
Fuck outside, we outside, man. Where y'all at? Niggas feel like that.
Oh, lick. No phone, no. Folks got that all white on. My king slam out on. Oh.
TV, let them know who we got in the building.
I'm phone, we got your red.
Oh, phone there. We got your boy Wanna Duke in the building, man.
Money parts, that from J Money?
Yeah, that's my boy, yeah. J Money, yeah.
So that's what, like, cause we see a lot of guys from, they got money in their name. Everybody get it from the same.
Yeah.
Victim, I was always a target. Nah. Cause I couldn't be a victim, I was always a target. I'm back.
You guys are getting a person shot in the 24th District, Broadway and Rosemont and Broadway. Caller says a male shot in the back. Offenders ran away. Caller says that the shooting was at the club Pork Chop.
Fam, earlier today, we did a video on the rapper Montaduke from O Block alongside his friend, who go by the name of Youngin, who's also from O Block, was gunned down outside of a local bar. But I felt compelled to give you guys an update. It hasn't been 24 hours and people are already going to social media, posting clues, alleging they was responsible, showing chains with alleged blood stains on it, and giving clues to authorities, indicating that they possibly had their phone on them during a drill. It's 2025. A lot doesn't make sense at this point. But nonetheless, we go over what's being put out on social media in regards to this rapper's demise.
Holy. What the hell, man? They say they a bloody chain? Wow. So they coming like that? They post this man chain with blood on it. Wow. I ain't that, like, they got robbed too. Bro, that's crazy, bro. Whoa. It's ready to be a crazy summer in Chicago. Woo! That shit about to be ugly, bro.
We also see the connection, talk about the opposing neighborhoods and why they could be at odds according to public records. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it. Now, if you haven't checked out the first video on why we here, part 2, or at least an update, I need you guys to check that out so you won't be lost before looking at this video. And as mentioned in the first video, Montaduke is from O Block for those who don't know. And one of the many neighborhoods that O Block was beefing with, a neighborhood called Front Street, which is a set of black disciples located at around the area of 61st and Indiana. Their turf ranges from the 61st to 63rd block. Front Street is a set that has been around since at least the early 2000s and is known for being one of the realest BD sets. Some of the most known figures or close friends with Chief Keef.
I'm blood money from Front Street and I run shit. I come for your son. Don't play with this every day, transporting cabbage in and out of state, moving like a jackrabbit.
Back in April of 2014, Mario Hess, once known as Blood Money, had recently been paid $50,000 to sign with a major record label, according to his manager. But on April 9th, 2014, 2 gunmen fired more than 2 dozen shots, striking Blood Money as many as 10 times and wounding a relative. And at that time, that shooting marked the second in 2 weeks with the connection to Chief Keef at the time, and he had ties to Chicago street gangs. Chief Keef, whose real name is Keith Cozart, filled residence of his manager on March 26, 2014, when a man was shot and seriously wounded. And some say that man was Blood Money. And this how really people assume that King Von was allegedly connected to Blood Money losing his life. You see, Boss Top, a guy named Sean, and C Murder, and also King Von, had robbed Chief Keef when he was at court. Later that day, Top and C Murder got on FaceTime with Sosa, acting like nothing happened, but got called out on it, and Tato upped the fake tech on FaceTime. Now it was fake because it was for a music video shoot. Because of that, Boss Top, Sean C Murder, and Von, T-Roy, and T-Ro ran in his house, actually his manager's house, but Keith was paying the rent. With pipes, Terrence had upped his pipe at Tato, and Sosa upped his and shot at him. And he actually hit, but he didn't kill him. So they left his place and drove T-Rose to the hospital. It was actually Chief Keef and Tato who drove him to the hospital. And then you shot him, you drove him. We don't want the police on us type situation. And that led to the second robbery, which we just talked about inside Chief Keef's home, which led to a shootout between Front Street and O Block, where C. Murder got shot by Blood Money, allegedly.
Well, police are investigating a shooting in the north suburbs. In fact, they have roped off a home in Northfield.
WGN's Marcella Raymond is live in Northfield with details.
Steve and Dina, we called Northfield Police this morning and asked them for more information about a shooting involving Keith Cozart, also known as the rapper Chief Keef. They said a shooting took place early this morning at the home of possibly Keef's manager. They and the North Regional Major Crimes Task Force now investigating at this Northfield home. Police say it is unclear where the shooting took place, and we're hearing that maybe Chief Keef also rents this house on Hap Road. Earlier today, someone called our newsroom and said Chief Keef shot him. He is in intensive care at Skokie Valley Hospital. Police will not say if Keith Cozart is in custody or what may, if any way, he is involved. You saw the Skycam 9 video because on the ground we are not allowed anywhere close to this scene. At least a 6-block radius is closed to everyone but residents. Keith Cozart, who grew up in Chicago, isn't even 20 years old, and he has already been convicted on weapons and several drug-related charges. We'll keep you posted on this developing story. Still not getting a whole lot of information from police or anybody out here, but that is the situation, as I told you, as I know it. I'm live in Northfield. Marcella Raymond, WG.
But as we get back to Blood Money situation, he was shot in the middle of a party after flexing his new deal. Blood Money was shot at around 9:45 p.m. near where he grew up on 56th and Elizabeth Street. So many shell casings were scattered at the scene, more than 2 dozen. The police at first had to use index cards as evidence markers. Blood Money was 30 years old when he lost his life. He was pronounced deceased at Stroger Hospital. The second victim, in his 30s, was identified as Blood Money's cousin. He was shot in the stomach, but he survived. Unfortunately, Blood Money didn't. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family, a man that left by 5 kids. Now, some people believe that started the tension between Front Street and O Block, and that's possible. But it was another incident that's not quite documented to the public eye that happened a year prior, where a guy who went by the name of O Block Man allegedly killed an innocent girl while shooting at someone from Front Street who attacked him. He then snitched on a man named Rage from O Block, and they wanted to kill O Block Man, but he had family up Front Street, his blood family, and he went with them for protection. That same shooting managed to get Rage life in prison, and he's technically innocent, and the real perpetrator is walking free. And for those who wondering how did he get convicted, well, the firearm was actually Rage. He gave it to O Block Man to shoot a video while Rage was shooting a video with Just Blow. And during that incident, which was the time of the music video, is when the little girl had lost her life. So technically, Rage couldn't even do it, and he had a video alibi the whole time. Now, I guess you have to be from Front Street to truly tell the public, are these 2 reasons the main reason O Block and Front Street are at odds? But nonetheless, after these 2 incidents, there was public tension between the 2, and it was no secret. 3 years ago, a guy who went by the name of Front Street Boo-Wop, who would later play key to this story on Sean Monaduke necklace after he lost his life, he went to Instagram dissing OD Perry from O Block and Big A from O Block, who both lost their lives. Now also, according to Boo-Wop, Front Street shot Big Wooney, who's from O Block and a local rapper, 8 times. And they all had at Balls Top. And of course, in these neighborhoods, you know how they do, fam. It get passed down in generations, and sometimes they don't even know how the war started. But this war was no different. Just last year, the Front Street youngest was seen dropping the O's, basically dissing O Block. Now, it also would make sense on why Chief Keef decided to keep his distance from O Block, especially King Von. Even the subliminal disses that he made in his music with Lil Durk, Chief Keef decided to ignore it. Fast forward May 10th, 2025, and allegedly Front Street members, they got the location of O Block Youngin and Monaduke, and a little after midnight, all standing outside on the sidewalk, 1:30 a.m., in the 6300 block of North Broadway, police scanner radio say 2 men have been shot outside. Now, someone close to the situation who allowed their daughter to go to this bar has said the following via social media. Thanking God for protecting my baby and her friends. Last night, they were at this bar and had just got to their vehicle, stating that they saw an gunman just pacing around outside of the bar with the ski mask on. I asked her, why didn't y'all just leave when y'all saw that? She said, Ma, I didn't think anything of it because there were nicks inside of the bar with ski masks on too. Like, who allows that? I said, make that your last time going to this bar because with the F. So the guys walked out. Gunman starts shooting them. The boy is running towards my daughter friend's car. One of the bullets hit the car. None of them were hurt by the grace of God. And then one of them collapsed right in front of her vehicle and dies. Hashtag stay alert.
There's another individual hurt. Asal is at the scene. Asal resides. She's at Broadway near Rosemont Avenue, gathering all the details for us as everything unfolds. Asal.
Yeah, Suzanne, we just watched police pick up dozens of evidence markers before they cleaned the scene here, and the fire department just showed up. They are washing off the sidewalk as we see them often do after crime scenes are cleared up. We heard on police scanner radio that the shooting place called Pork Chop right here. Online it says they're a restaurant and jazz lounge. We're told the victims were standing right here on the sidewalk when someone drove by and started shooting. Take a look at this video we have of the scene. At least 40 evidence markers on the aftermath. Police say gunshots rang out just before 1:30 this morning. This is on Broadway between Devon and Rosemont Avenue. Right now, police say they don't know what led up to this shooting. When they arrived, they say they found 3 people shot, and none of the victims could give them any info. A 28-year-old and a 31-year-old man were both shot and pronounced dead at nearby hospitals. A 36-year-old man was also shot and taken to Evanston Hospital, where he was in fair condition at last check.
You guys are getting a person shot in the 24th District, Broadway and Rosemont and Broadway. Caller says a male shot in the back. Offenders ran away. Caller says that the shooting was at the club Pork Chop.
And Suzanne, we heard on police scanner radio that the shooter was captured on City Pod cameras and was possibly driving a stolen car. Detectives still looking for that suspect this morning. They say so far they've made no arrests. I'm live in Edgewater. Asal Razai, CBS News, Chicago.
Thanks so much, Asal.
Now at this point, with it being less than 24 hours since this incident took place, you would assume the police would be doing their investigation and letting the public know. But instead, we got the alleged perpetrators doing the work and letting the public know as well. Now, it's also important that O Block Youngin' last Instagram post had indicated that he was outside, saying DM game for low. So he might have gave his location up on why the perpetrators was already outside the venue. But let's continue. Now, what's also not being presented to the news is that allegedly Monaduke was allegedly robbed when he was gunned down outside that bar as well. And how do we know that? Less than 3 hours after he was gunned down, his chain was floating via social media with somebody holding it against their face with the ski mask. And by the looks of this picture, either this necklace was two-tone or it got blood on it. And in this picture, the dude decided to put it in his close friends like it wouldn't be shared out. And you can see the chin of the alleged perpetrator. And guess who people assuming it is? Boo-Wop from Front Street. And the reason being, after fans put 2 and 2 together, he allegedly deleted his social media account. But that's where we at here today in 2025. Generational beefs, leaving the newest generation not truly knowing why they at war in neighborhoods less than 5 minutes away. If I told the youngins that they're allegedly beefing with O Block because a dude who snitched on them, who allegedly took the life of a little girl, got an innocent man life, and ran back to you guys, I wonder will they still protect and fight in this war? But I want that to sink in. People losing their lives, throwing their lives away over somebody who already told, allegedly. And if it get deeper, over trying to rob somebody who was looking out for you. And Chief Keef, a guy who showed the world balls top, but then went behind his back and ran to his house twice. Fam, this was the update of the Chicago rapper outside his friend who was gunned down outside of a local bar, having a perpetrator leave clues on who actually did it. As more developed, I keep you guys updated. Until then, talk to me in the comments. Let me know how you
RIP to these brothers, man. I really hope it get better out there, man. All these peace walks, it is crazy, man. Like, prayers to his family and like condolences to his family, his kids. RIP to both of them, man. We're gonna go ahead and end this video right here, man. Y'all go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hope y'all have a blessed one. See y'all on the next video.